Today we look at the issue of investing in the right platform, investing strategically, and then investing driven by purpose. So I want us to look at a typical case study of someone that have made the wrong decisions and thus find themselves having to start from scratch. But then how can you rebuild from that? How can you make sure that when it comes to your investing, that you're being strategic, that you're driven by purpose, and that it aligns with you, and also you're investing in the right things. So let us break down today's case study. As you know, this is part of our ongoing series, where we look at typical real case studies where people have find themselves in difficult financial situations, or they've made certain mistakes and they want to rework on that, or they want to fix their finances. And in these case studies, we're going to look at the background of that person. What is it that person is struggling with? And then we're going to then come up with solutions in terms of what is it that you can do to fix those challenges, so that you come out on the other side proud of yourself and having accomplished something. Please do know that my videos do not constitute as financial advice. It's just me sharing my insight, my knowledge on certain things, but do not take this as financial advice. If you do need financial advice, please do consult someone that is registered with the FSCA and that is reputable. And also do not just go and take every product that a financial advisor gives you. Make sure that you take your youth, as much as they can recommend something, go back to the drawing board and analyze that and see if it aligns with you and if it's going to help you in the journey that you are in. Don't just take everything just because someone is a financial advisor, and also don't take everything that I say as well. Take everything with a pinch and a grain of salt. Right? But first, before we get into today's case study, let me introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Ngumalo. I'm a content creator and I run my own business as well. So I create financial content, lifestyle, as well as career growth content. So if any of those things are things that inspire you or something that you're interested in, please make sure that you click that red subscribe button on the bottom, and also don't forget to smash that like button. We're going to be looking at the case of Ubanele. Ubanele works as a retail manager and earns 19,500. However, Banele has been working in a retail for nearly a decade, and he has grown in this retail space. He started off as, someone from the bottom, as a cashier or a packer. He grew within the space, got the education, which allowed him to get higher paying jobs. But now he finds himself tired of surviving. As much as he has grown in his career, however, the income that he's making, he feels like he's just barely surviving and he's tired of surviving. He wants to make his money grow. So after seeing a friend post flashy returns from his so-called investment opportunity on WhatsApp and also on TikTok, as we have seen, and also Facebook, Banele decided to reach out to this old friend. This friend then promised to say, I will give you 50% returns in just 2 months. So give me the sum of money and I'm going to give you 50% returns in 2 months. And he was told that it was a forex trading pool managed by professionals and that dozens of people were earning weekly payouts. So here's the thing. I just started trading not so long ago. I started in April, so May is going to be my full month. And I can vouch that in trading, there is money. And lots of it, but there's a lot that goes into it. As I'm learning, there's a lot that goes into it. In this morning, I was just having a conversation with my mother to say, I've been in just the short span of time, I've been profitable. However, I've made just as much losses. That is how risky it is, the space. You can make the money, however, you can lose all of it instantly. And now with this person saying you will get 50% returns in 2 months, it's something that you can't guarantee someone unless you are that good in trading. But either way, it's also something that you can't guarantee. So what I'm trying to say here is, with this, it's never right to take your hard-earned money and give to someone and trust it with someone to say they're going to double it for you, they're going to trade it for you, because it is a volatile market. Trading, it is very volatile. It's not like investing, very volatile. So Banel at first was skeptical, but when he saw his screenshots, because that's also what traders do, they like to post those screenshots. There's so many people that have created fake accounts on my name on social media, especially TikTok and Instagram, and promising people that if they give them the money, they can actually make returns of this and that and that. Guys, I as much as I just started trading, but I will not not approach you to say, come, I will do this for you and what. I believe that people need to learn things themselves. Invest on yourself. Decide, choose the platform, go put the money yourself so that you can see the money working for you. And if you lose that money, you see how you lost it. Then if I take the money and say, I'm going to invest it for you, and then I lose the money, you're not going to understand. You're going to think that I'm a scammer. So those people are scammers because they're not me. That's the first thing. So they are pretending to be me. So you need to be very, very careful with those things. So let's continue with Manila's case. So he saw the screenshots of videos, testimonials, and even saw few payout on to early investors, and so he was convinced. He transferred 30,000. Yo, guys, and I'm sure this was his like savings that he had been putting away, expecting to get ahead. 2 months later, the group chat was deleted. The group was deleted. The broker stopped responding. His friend who introduced him claimed to be a victim. The money was gone. Wow. Okay. So the struggle here, the money that Manele has worked so hard, he lost it, obviously. Shame and embarrassment that goes with just losing your money like that. Guys, losing money... I still laugh at myself. This whole trading thing, I still laugh at myself at the amount of money that I've lost. I laugh at myself at the amount of money I have made and lost. In just 2 or 3 weeks that I've traded, I've only withdrawn once. The rest, I would make money and I would lose it. Make money, lose it. So my profit to earning ratio, my profit to loss ratio the loss ratio is quite higher than the profit. The profit is there, but the losses are high. So I laugh at myself. So after that, the shame, guys, the guilt, I was like, oh my God, what is my partner going to think? What is my partner going to say? Until now, if he sees this video, then he will know I haven't told him, because this is how shameful I am of the loss that I made that day. And ever since, I've been trying to recover from that. I haven't, because I'm still new in this game. So when I think of the shame and embarrassment that Manel is feeling right now, because he can't tell his family what he did, Sana, the fear also, because another thing, when you get into these things or when you lose such money, it also creates fear, because now he has fear of investing again. He's thinking everything that comes with investing is a scam. And the reason why people who have fears of investing and putting away, allowing their money to work for them, it is because in many cases they trusted the wrong people. You got into something without being informed, and then the next thing, you lost money, and then you say it's a scam. People get into trading, put their money, and then they don't take time to learn, and then when they lose their money, then they say it's a scam. How? You do not understand that it's a risky thing. Like for me, I knew very well the moment I put my hard-earned money into trading, I knew very well I'm not going to get that money back. I knew very well that, high chance of me getting that money back is not there. So let me not even expect to get it back, right? So if you are not informed of something that you are doing, you will think that it's a scam. But in many cases, when someone says, give me your money, when you give me your money, I'm going to double it, I'm going to make it this much, and you believe that, you have been scammed. You have been scammed, because you have to do the investing yourself. If you are going to get into things like this, trading, do it yourself. Pyramid schemes are a scam. They're not even, I won't say trading. Trading is not a scam. They are scammers in trading. People who say, give me your money, like the one Manila's friend who said, give me the money and then I will double it for you. Those are scammers. They are scammers within trading. Pyramid schemes are just a scam, because there are few people that benefit and then people at the bottom that don't benefit. With trading, you lose your own money. You are again when you buy or you sell at the wrong time, then you lose your money. You buy and sell at the right time, you make your money. This is not really about trading. This is about being hands-on when it comes to your investment journey. Stop trusting the wrong people. Stop trusting anyone when it comes to investing. Please don't even trust me. Don't trust me. Don't. This is why I say at the beginning, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Please. Don't trust me. Don't trust anyone with investing. Expose yourself to the education, learn as much as you can, then decide what you want to do. Make informed decisions. Make informed decisions, please. Okay, so let's look at the problem here. So the problem here that Manel is faced with is he has no financial literacy foundation. That is why he felt like he needed to just get ahead and was willing to take the money and give to someone else. Anytime, whenever you take your hard-earned money and you give it to someone else to invest it for you, you do not have the right financial education. You are lacking. You know, when I get someone's email, sends me an email and say, wait, what can I invest in? You lack financial literacy, because now you are entrusting your money to me. Now I must decide on your behalf what you must invest on. That is very risky. You expose yourself to risk. I remember this one time I responded to one email and I said, do not ever ask anyone such a question, even me, because when you do that, you expose yourself to scammers. You are telling a scammer that I do not know. Then the scammer sees an opportunity, then the next thing they scam you. Right? So no financial literacy, that's a problem. He needs to work on that. Influenced by social proof, guys. Social proof is not something that should be influencing you. If you don't have the right education, how are you going to tell that this person is misleading you? You won't. And also his decisions were influenced by emotion in terms of influenced by his plan. And also he did not verify whether these people were legit or not, and a lot of these trading people who say give me your money or what, they're not registered with anything. They're just random people who see an opportunity and then they go around scamming people. So you really need to be investing. You need to really be careful of this. Now let us start looking at the solutions. Now we're gonna give you solutions on what you can do. The first one is, let's just accept the fact that you lost the money. You took that money, you invested it, or you gave it to someone who promised you returns, you lost it, accept it. And then the next thing that I need you guys to do is start learning, because you are lacking on financial education. Start learning. And if you want to invest, trading is not the right platform, guys. Let me say this. Trading is not investing. Having done trading myself and seen what it is, it's not investing, because you are not buying an asset there, guys. Listen, you are just betting on an asset when it comes to trading. When you learn the strategies, you take time to learn the markets, you then have a far better chance of making money through trading. Trading is a job. It's not investing. It's a job where you go in there and you decide that, okay, based on my plan and my strategy, this is how I'm going to move in the market today. And I'm hoping that with my decisions, it's going to yield what results? I'm going to make more money than what I came in with in that day. So I don't consider trading as an investment, because you cannot keep that money for a long time. And also while you are there, anything can happen. The next thing, you lose all of that money and you have to start from scratch. That is why I say it is not similar to investing. Investing is when you buy an asset with hopes that it grows in value. And there also you are making sure that you are choosing assets that have proof record of the growth rates. So you can look back in the past 5 to 10 years and see how it has grown. Like the S&P 500, you can look back and you can be able to see how that has grown over the years. So with trading, it is not investing. So do not be confused. Do not. And also, it is not a get rich quick scheme. You will not get in today and then double your money tomorrow. It just doesn't work like that. It's a job that you need to invest your time and energy in. And the more energy, not even money, the more energy and time you invest in it, the better you become. So Manila needs to learn how to invest, and real investments, not get rich quick scheme of people saying I'll double your money. So how do you start when it comes to investing? Firstly, you need to come up with a plan. What is it that you want to invest on? What is your goal, right? And once you understand your goal, then you start looking at assets that will fit that. The best place to start when it comes to investing are things such as exchange traded funds. These are ETFs. Exchange traded traded funds are perfect for someone who does not know much about investing, not even about investing, about products and companies, and does not want to get involved in the dynamics of the company, and also wants to diversify without having to actively choose the assets that they must invest on. When I buy an S&P 500, I am investing in 500 companies that I do not have to know all of the CEO of these companies, the CFOs of these companies. I don't have to know the financial status of all of these companies, but I can look back in that portfolio of the S&P 500. I can look back in the 5 and 10 years and be able to get a view of how this fund has been performing over the years, whether it is the right investment for me or not. Then I will make my purchase decision. That is how you should decide when it comes to investing. You need to be able to look at your personality and then say, okay, for me, this is what I want. And I would highly say, if you're starting out in investing, stay away from equities. These are individual stocks. Because if you go into equities, you need to be fully informed. You need to know how to read financial statements. You need to be informed in terms of understanding that company, but how has that company been performing over the years, the profitability. You need to know all of those things. So stay away from equities if you're starting out and go into managed funds for you. So learn about ETFs, different ETFs. I've given you one, S&P 500, there's Cetrix Top 40. There are so many that you can learn about. Go to easy equities, and when you get into easy equities, go to the part of the ETFs. It will give you there. And then when you go to each ETF, what I like about easy equities is that you can go and learn about that ETF in terms of how it's been performing over the years. You can look at the graph and you can go as far as 10 years if you want, 5 years, 10 years. And also it gives you an overview of that company. And if you want to learn more, you can then Google yourself. But learn as much as you can. Ne? And also investing, you need to understand that when it comes to investing, you need to be patient. It's a long game, guys. It's not when you put money today, tomorrow is going to be. No, it's a long game. So you need to understand that when you get into investing, that if you're going to take 30,000 of your money, tomorrow it's not going to be 60,000. It's not even going to give you 10,000 tomorrow. Maybe might give you R1 tomorrow. But investing is a long game. You need to look at investing in a period of 5 to 10 years, 10 years to 20 years, 20 years to 30 years. You need to look at it in those time frames. 5 to 10 years, good time as well. It's okay time to invest. 10 to 20 years, perfect time. 20 to 30, great time that you can look into when it comes to investing. And also, the quicker you can start with investing, the better. When you start with your career in your 20s, that's why you need to start investing, because of the compound interest. And the compound interest, you see the benefits of it when you invest for a long time without disturbing that fund. So if you buy a Cetrix S&P 500 now, you want to buy that and keep it for the next 5 to 10 years without disturbing it. Then you will see the true value of compound interest, right? Good. Okay. So what are the things that you need to be looking into when it comes to investing? An easy way that you can look into. I'm going to break it down into 3. The first one is the retirement. The second one is the exchange rate fund. And the third one is the property. You can choose between all of this, and you can do some of them at the same time. So the first one is on retirement. I want you to look at retirement annuities and tax-free investing, tax-free account. So with retirement annuity, it is an investment. So that one, if you have that, then you do have an investment. So that one is the first one that you can look into. And then there's also a tax-free savings account. This can be also in the form of an investment. It's always better to use a tax-free as your investment. The interest that you make from that investment in the long term, you don't have to share it with SARS. When it comes to the retirement annuity, you do have to share it with SARS. So tap into the tax-free account, look into the options that are available there. Easy Equities is also the best platform to start with. Look into Ellen Gray, look into Frank Group, look into FNB. They do have, I think they do have FNB, but what I'm going to say here when it comes to the tax-free investment is that you want it to be an investment, not a saving. You don't want to put money, 36,000 here every year, or maybe let's say you put in the money here, maybe you put in up to 10,000. The next thing, sometime in the year, you withdraw again, and then you put money again, and then you withdraw again, because then you're gonna lose track of the 36,000, and then you find yourself having contributed more, which is going to attract tax implications for you. So you want to only use the tax-free account for long term. Think of the next 10 to 15 years or 20 years, and then use a tax-free account. If you want to save just normal savings, just go the route of normal savings, you guys. Go the route of that, because either way, in most cases, the interest that we make from normal savings for an average person who earns a normal salary, the interest that you make from there, it's not gonna be over 23,000 per annum, because that's how much is not taxed in your savings. So if, let's say, for instance, you save 36,000 at a rate of, let's say it's 36,000 at a rate of 8%, that is 2,800 for the whole year. So you see there already, that's not going to be a lot. And even if, let's say, for instance, you've got 150,000 times 8%, that's 12,000. It does not even get close to 23,000, to the 20-something thousand that you are given as the fact that they're just saying we're not going to tax that interest. So just go the route of a normal savings if you know that you're going to need that money. But then if you want for the long-term investing now, tax-free account is perfect for this, right? And you'll see the true value of a tax-free account when you invest for long-term. And then the second thing that you need to consider is your exchange traded funds. I've spoken about these. These are ETFs. So here you can look at the S&P 500, the Cetrix Top 40. There are so many, so many. These are just the two that I know that they're just good in terms of the growth rate. So look into Cetrix ETFs, Google different types of ETFs. Go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I want to start investing, but I don't know where to start. Can you please help me? I'm thinking of things such as ETFs. I'm thinking of things such as things that are have lesser burdens on tax and so forth. ChatGPT will literally give you the answers. Because what it does is it searches the internet and then gives you the right answers that you need. Ne? So look into that. And then another one is just property. If you can afford it, you can go into property, where you buy a property and then you invest on that. You buy that property and then maybe you rent it out, or you flip properties. It could be that as well, where you buy, beaten down properties and then you flip them to be something that is just different and beautiful. Also look into that. You can do that as well. So those are some of the things that you need to look into whenever it comes to investing. But I really want to encourage you to do your research as much as possible and understand your personality as much as possible, because that's going to get you ahead, right? Another one that I just want us to look into when it comes to Maisturisa Banele is the importance of just being able to identify red flags, you guys. If ever you get an email from someone saying, I can double your money or I can invest for you, run as fast as you can, or just tell that person off. Whenever someone on TikTok pretends to be me, says, I'm going to invest for you, know that that is a scam. I'm not a scammer, because I've never asked you to invest for you. I've never asked that I'm going to double your money. However, the people that pretend to be me, that tell you that they can do these things, do know that it is not me. So you need to be able to point out scammers. As you need to be able to identify things that are for you and things that are not for you, and then be able to decide, being informed that this will not work for me or this will work for me, because this is the stage I am in my life. So with that being said, I'm going to close it off right here. And I do hope with me sharing these case studies that it is educational, it is insightful, that also you will be mindful. Today's one was more so on just learning about investing, being cautious in terms of where you put your money, and understanding that there are no get rich quick scheme. There aren't, you guys. Me now, starting with learning all of this side of trading, I am also learning that it is not a get rich quick scheme. Because that's what I've always understood. I've always thought that, no, it's just the get rich quick scheme. No, it's not. It is not. There's a lot of hard work, time, energy, strategy and everything that goes into it. It's not just something that you can wake up and say, tomorrow I'm doing it, and then tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire. No, forget it. It just doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. And anyone who convinces you otherwise is trying to scam you out of your money, is trying to give you an illusion, because it is an illusion. They're just telling you a lie. They're telling you a lie. A lie. Stay away from lies. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it right here. I'll see you on the next one. We're going to do another case study of something else, maybe the issue of debt in the future or the next video. But then I'm hoping that this today's segment was useful for you, and it is going to help you in your financial journey. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Please take care and stay safe. Bye.